If you go to the trailer gallery and right at the bottom there's the arrow going back, well, if you go on that little arrow and press right, it will take you to a really grainy, scratchy Turkish 35mm trailer of the Big Boss. Hello, welcome back, and as always, I hope you're doing well. Right, before I start, guys, I want to give a big shout out to Sean Strickland, who won the middleweight championship of the world the weekend. Shocked a load of people, including me, but I'm so chuffed. Sean smashed up Israel Adesanya. So, well done, Sean Strickland. Well impressive. Right, guys, Stripey Rambles has just surpassed 15,000 subscribers. Wow, I'm absolutely blown away. I'd like to thank all new members that have joined Stripey Rambles, as well as all my old subscribers. Thank you all very much. I'm completely and utterly humbled. So again, thank you. So I thought, what could I do? I remember doing the nunchaku when I reached 10,000. So I did think to myself, should I get out the double nunchaku and give you a little demonstration? And I kind of thought to myself, nah. And then I thought, I know what I'll do. Obviously, I've been discussing the Arrow box set recently, and I'll tell you the poll in the next disc I'll be reviewing at the end of this video. But one of my subscribers told me about a few Easter eggs that are hidden within the Arrow box set. So I thought to myself, well, I'll explain what they are to you. They might be extras you haven't seen yet. Some of you might know, some of you may not. So I thought I'd go through them with you, tell you where they are, and hopefully send some of you off on a bit of a mission to see if you can find any more. I've only found 3, so I'm about to tell you which ones they are. But before I start, I want to give a big shout out to Alid Granville at Roy Batty 19. It was him who wrote them in one of my comments and told me what they were. So, nice one, pal. Thank you very much for that. Now, I've had a little search around on other discs, but I haven't found any yet. So let's get to the very first one. On the Big Boss, disc 1. If you go to the trailer gallery and right at the bottom there's the arrow going back, well, if you go on that little arrow and press right, it will take you to a really grainy, scratchy Turkish 35mm trailer of the Big Boss. So that's Easter egg 1. I couldn't find any on the Big Boss Mandarin cut, and I was literally, he's got me on one doing this. I've had a little search around trying to find any more, but there was nothing on the Mandarin cut that I have found. The same as Fist of Fury, I literally was moving that remote on everything trying to find something. I was really hoping they was going to have the trailer, you know, with Bob Baker and Bruce Lee. There's a famous photo from the trailer, and I've never actually seen it. Again, with The Way of the Dragon, I couldn't find any Easter eggs on that. Obviously, I was going to skip Enter the Dragon anyway because it's the 40th anniversary, as we all know. And then we get to the Game of Death. Now, on the Game of Death, there's 2 Easter eggs. So what you have to do on the Game of Death to find these Easter eggs is you go on the extras, you find the Colleen Camp interview, and instead of pressing down on it, you press to the right. And what you get is an alternate vocal take of Colleen Camp singing, "Will This Be the Song I'll Be Singing Tomorrow?" And this is from a Japanese TV special from 1978. Also, on the same disc, you do the same thing, but you'll go to the special features, you look up the behind the scenes, and there's some additional behind the scenes stuff filmed by a guy called Russell Cawthorne. He turned up on the ultimate VHS edit of Bruce Lee the Legend, as well as a Japanese TV special also from 1978. Now, I've not checked any of the other discs surpassing that yet, to be honest with you. I only put Game of Death in just to check it. I've not really looked at anything on there because obviously I was waiting for the poll to unfold to see what one I was reviewing next, but I wanted to make sure them Easter eggs worked. So that's all I've come up with so far. So I don't know if there's any on the final Game of Death, the bonus disc, or the Game of Death 2, or the alternate Game of Deaths, or the documentaries. I haven't looked around on them, guys. So if any of you guys have found any Easter eggs on any of these wonderful Bruce Lee films that we've got, drop them in the comments down below. It saves me spending ages pushing around the remote control. Right, and as you know, I put out a poll on the 1st of September. It's now the 12th. Obviously, I had a funeral and all that to deal with, and it went, as far as funerals go, it was brilliant. Anyway, I put out a poll, and the next disc I will be reviewing this week will be the bonus disc, The Final Game of Death. That came in at number 1, and that will be followed by Game of Death 1978 version, which I was going to do next. I was going to go in order, but then I thought I'd just put out a poll. For you. So, yeah, I'll be doing that this week. So I'm going to sit down again with a notepad, watch the just under 4-hour documentary, The Final Game of Death, and to be honest with you, I'm quite up for watching it again. I really did enjoy it last time. I was a little bit flabbergasted. There's not a lot of extras on there. I think there's an old interview with Kareem. You've got Dan Inosanto doing the nunchaku demonstration, which is kind of rare, and then you've got the original, the Game of Death Revisited, the one that was on the Warrior's Journey DVD. So I'll be reviewing that disc this week, so hopefully that'll be ready by the weekend with a bit of luck. But I wanted to thank you all anyway. I mean, 15,000 subscribers is amazing. My little channel, it's growing thanks to you lot, so I'm really a happy stripey. Right, and with that, I'm gonna love you and leave you. Now, if you're out looking for these Easter eggs and you find anything that I haven't suggested, drop them in the comments down below and let me know what you think of the ones that you do find, them 3 that I pointed out. They're all on Big Boss, the Disc 1, and the Game of Death, the 78 version. I've told you where they are, I've showed you where they are. Enjoy. And if you like this sort of thing, guys, maybe give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the Rambles. It doesn't cost anything, and it really does help me out. Right, and with that, I'm going to bid you farewell. You have yourselves a fantastic day. Much love, and I'll be back with another ramble real soon. You take care, people.